Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Simply Stampin' in the Meadow. I'm Verna Mullen from StampinNotes. It is Monday, August 22nd, 2022, almost September. I have a cute fun phone to share with you tonight. Let me know if you're here, say hi, tell me where you're from if you've never been on before. I'd love to know that you're watching and where you're from. Tonight, I want to tell you a couple announcements, only like 10 more days for celebration, and that'll be going away. So there's free gifts that you can earn for every $50 in purchases, and they're in this little catalog right here. There's a few things that aren't available. Hey, Rosalie. Uh, One of them is the pool party envelopes and note cards. One is the tree lot dies. They're no longer available. And there's some new things that are available. And when the phone goes down to my project view, I will show them to you real quick. Also, oh, I gotta run and get a couple cards. Wait a second. Okay, Stampin' in the Valley is Thursday night, and we're going to make three cards, three different designs, but actually it's six cards, two of each, and I have two of them here to show you when the phone goes down. So if you're interested in that, email me or message me and say I'm coming, and it's $20 or it's free with a $25 order. It starts at 6:30 p.m. It's at the Canisteo American Legion. We had a lot of fun last month, and we'll have more fun. Oh, great, Rosalie. We're looking forward to your company. Um, so, other exciting news. We're going to continue Thursday nights through September. And then we're switching for the winter, just for the winter, we're switching to Saturday afternoons. We're also going to have once a month at the Legion. We're also going to have a Christmas holiday card, Stamp a Stack, Saturday, November 12th. And that will be a catered lunch, and I'll put out more info about that so you can reserve your spot for that. That will go from probably 10 to 3, and there will be lunch in between. So I'm really excited about that. So I am going to switch to project view, and I want to show you a couple of those cards that we're going to do at Stampin' in the Valley. If you live in the Hornell or Canisteo area, we'd love to have you. We're going to do one more. I don't have it finished to show you, but this is with the baskets with the apples. Hello. And these are going to be fall cards. This is with the new beautiful aspen tree dies and the leaves. And says wishing you the happiest of birthdays. But one thing is I bring a bunch of sentiments so you can make it a birthday card or whatever you would like. And and then there's one more, so you'll make two each of these. And I love this with the apples and the gingham and the little bucket. Also, back to celebration, new items that you can get for free right now if you place a qualifying order. Oh, thanks. The Band-Aid. Yeah, I've got one of my grandkids' Band-Aids on. You know what I like about little kids' Band-Aids is they're smaller and they seem to stay on better. So thank you for sharing, Margaret. If you comment and share, you will be put into a drawing for something special. And last week's winner was Sharon Posadny. And Sharon, if you're watching, let me know, message, and I will get your information to send you some gems. Okay, so this is the extra sheet of things that are free until August, the end of August. the Timber 3D embossing folder, the gingham embossing folder, the seashells embossing folder, the silver foil, and the brush metallic cardstock, all free with a $50 order. Each, you get to pick one. Or the craft gift boxes. The aspen tree dies, the daffodil dies, the dots and spots dies, and the flowers of home dies, they are free with a $100 order. That's including the things that are available in the little celebration catalog. So lots of goodies there. Hey, Margaret. Hey, Teresa. Teresa, it's nice to see you on there. We've missed you. And I know for farmers, this time of year is really super busy. Okay, I'm going to be making a Dutch door card tonight, and I'm using the Rings of Love Designer Series paper. That's one of the free items. It has DSP for every season, summer, spring, winter, fall. And we're going to be using the fall DSP. And I'm also using the Rings of Love hybrid embossing folder and the tree rings dies. And I'm going to show you how you can not only emboss, but you can cut these out as you emboss. So we're going to do that. And I'm also using the Nuts About You Squirrel. Nuts About Squirrels stamp set tonight for a cute, fun fold fall card. Let's get started. So for this Dutch, there's different kinds of Dutch door cards, and this one's a little nicer than other ones I've done. I really like it, and it well, you'll see why. So we're going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 inch cardstock for our base, and I'm using Very Vanilla. And we're going to score this on each end at 2 1/8. So there's 2, and it's going to be the second dash over for 1/8. I'm going to score that, and this is a scoring blade. It's a lighter color than the cutting blade. And we're going to turn it and score it at 2 1/8 on this end. And then I want to cut I need a piece that's 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And this, I'm using the darker cutting blade. I've been having a good summer, Teresa. I hope you have too. It's been a busy summer, but you know how that goes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to die cut, show you that hybrid embossing folder. And I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cotton Emboss machine. So this is the larger one, and these are great because they fold up for space. And the sides fold in like this. Excuse the phone shaking. I'm grabbing a piece of crumb cake cardstock. Maybe. I thought I had it out, but I'll grab another one here. Okay, and I'm just gonna quickly cut this in half. I will be right there, just a minute. And trim it down a little more. Okay. So I'm going to bring my hybrid embossing folder back in. And I'm going to lift this up, my phone holder up a little bit so you can see this better. All right, so this is the embossing folder. like this, and the front is always where it says Stampin' Up. And I'm gonna, this die sits in here. Not like that. Wait a minute. I got it the wrong way. Okay. So the die sits in there like that. And this is the cutting edges up. I'm going to put my cardstock in there, and it's going to hang out a little bit because of how I cut it on purpose to get most of those tree rings in there. And I'm going to fold it up like that. I'm bringing in my, well, I have my big plate in here, and I'm bringing in this one. And then you always want to put your folded end in first. And then one plate over the top with the 3D embossing folders. And then you're going to turn it through. And sometimes it's stubborn to get going, and I've got a new plate here too, so that might be part of it. Okay. So this is really tight. This is tighter than when I did it. Maybe it's because of the plate. Okay, so when you take this out, you will see I've got all these cool tree rings cut out here and embossed. That folder does all of that, and you can do it with that die, the large die in there. Okay, so that's how that's done. And we're going to use that on our card. All right, now let's start putting this baby together here. The other thing is I'm going to take my bone folder and just burnish those ends where I scored it. So one end is this way, another is this way. Okay. All right. So this is our base. Now the next thing, there are two pieces of white card, or this very vanilla cardstock, and they are 2.5 by 4. And then we also have some designer series paper. We have 2 pieces, and this is that beautiful fall pattern. And these are 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And we've got 2 of them. And then the other designer series paper, this is from the Hues of Happiness. And I want this yellow here. So we're going to do a little stamping first. I'm going to take this one right here. And I'm going to bring in my squirrel. Now, this set has 2-step stamping. I'm going to lower my phone back down. Okay. So you have your basic image right here, and then this is the second stamping to highlight the tail and the body. And I'm going to use this one right here. And I've already got it loaded on my stamp block. I'll take that back. I don't have it loaded on my stamp block. Okay. And I'm going to use crumb cake, ink. I had a hard time figuring out how to line this squirrel up for the second stamp, and I'll show you. And he's going to go right like this on there, on that side. Okay, now I'm going to use a Stamparatus for the image that goes over that, just to make sure I get it inked right. And the Stamparatus is a stamping tool that's great for, especially great for if you have a stamp that has a lot of area to be inked and you want to make sure that everything is, that it's inked up enough. If you're stamping along and you decide not to use a Stamparatus, sometimes you can't get the image centered or in the right place to get everything inked up. But with this, once I have it in the right position and I stamp it, I can restamp it and it'll be in the same position because the magnets are holding it in place. Okay, so two things you want to line up with this. This edge along here, and then the eye, there's a little hole in the stamp for the eye. So let's see here. That looks about right. So this comes down and I'm going to pick that stamp up. And then I'm going to ink it up while it's on the Stamparatus. Oh, Margaret, I made a squirrel card last November for my brother's birthday, and it had the squirrel holding a golf ball. That's cute. Great idea. Okay, so I'm just inking that up. And I'm going to wipe this extra ink off that got on there. Okay, and I'm going to bring this and stamp that. Okay, and let's do that again. I'm inking that up. I'm going to wipe that off. And we'll restamp this little guy. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I'll actually do it one more time. Okay. And it looks like I may have moved it just a touch, but I'm not gonna worry about it. It looks pretty good. All right, so we'll pull that out of there. All right, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment up here on this, and I'm going to stamp hey there, and this is in that stamp set. I'm going to put it up towards the top. Just like that. Now, let's start putting this together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to layer these two pieces onto the smaller cardstock pieces. And grab my glue here. And I will have the link to my blog where the measurements will be for this card, what you need. Didn't have time to do a PDF today, but the measurements will be there. And we're going to center these on these two pieces. Okay, and this one's going to go on, I want this darker on that end. Now's a great time to join Stampin' Up! Too if you just even want the discount. They're giving away a beautiful planner. It's gorgeous. I forgot to purchase it, and now I can't as a demonstrator. That's in addition to you get $125 worth of product for just $99, and you can pick whatever you want. Free shipping, a free paper pumpkin, and the free beautiful planner. And that's until the end of August. Now we're going to put these two end pieces on. And this has that beautiful acorn pattern in it. So we want one centered on here. We're going to put one centered on this one. Just like that. Okay. So we've got this much done, and we're gonna put this panel on right here on the upper part of the card. So we only want to adhere on the back, put glue on this end of it. So we want it to be able to open. Glue or adhesive. Okay. And I'm coming down just a little bit from the top, and I've got just a little bit of designer series paper showing on the edge there. Okay. So now we're going to put this one so it's this way. So we want to put it on the back of this end of it, the glue. And again, I'm going just in a little bit and up a little bit. Okay, so it's going to close like that. And, oops, I'm sorry, it's going to close like that. All right, so let's finish it up, make it look cute here. We're going to bring in one of those the rings that we cut out. And I want this one, not the biggest one and not the smallest. Well, maybe I want the smaller one. Yeah, I think I do want the smaller one. And I'm going to put this ring right here. So I want glue just on this part of it. Right here. Like that. Now hold that there just a minute. Does anybody have the squirrel set? Sounds like you do, Margaret. Nuts about squirrels. So I've added something else to the pot of getting a prize, and that is if you make one of these cards, it doesn't have to be using this stamp set, and you post it in Inking Joy Stampers. So if you comment, share, or post, or make the card, or do all three, that will give you a better chance. Then next week we'll find out who won. Okay, so there's added incentive. Let's see what you've made. If you've made this pattern and you share it. All right, so part of that Ring of Trees set has these dies, and I've cut out some leaves and an acorn, and we're going to add that. There's our acorn in the little top, and we want, I've used Evening Evergreen. There's that one. And we want this one right here. I'm going to put coming out like that. Yeah, I'd love to see this done with other stamp sets and DSP. So there's a challenge. Create and share. Oh, Rosalie, thank you for sharing. You don't have it yet. Okay, and now we're gonna put this one up here. And I'm just gonna take off this end. Oops. I did not mean to break it. Okay, let's get another one. Here's another one. Let's try to do this without breaking it. I think I'll just put this one on there like that. Coming down kind of from the side. And let's put our acorn together. So we've got the little cap here, and here's the little acorn part. And I'm just gonna run glue on the bottom of this cap or on the underneath side. And just put that over like this. And let's put it on here with a dimensional. I've got one piece of, like one last piece on a sheet here. Let's see if this will fit. I think I will. Well, nope, I'm gonna break it. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on our piece of wood just like that. I'm gonna wipe my fingers off, they're sticky. Now the little squirrel, he needs an eye. So let's use, these are in the new holiday catalog, red and green adhesive back pearls. And there's silver and gold and green and red. And when you first get them, you think, well, where's the red? And they're underneath this flap here. So I'm going to use one of these little gold ones. And we're going to stick it right here for his eye. Just like that. And we need a bow on the front, and then we'll do the inside. Okay, I'm grabbing a piece of white baker's twine. We'll make a little bow. Actually, this is the vanilla. Oh, come on. And a glue dot. I'm going to roll that up a little bit so it's not showing. And we'll stick our bow on there. Okay, and then I need to cut those ends a little bit. Oh, thanks, Rosalie. Okay. We'll get this. Oh, come on. Okay. So there's, hey there. Now let's stamp our inside piece. And I'm gonna we're gonna use, oh, how about happy birthday? That is in that set. And I gotta get a block. Cute sentiments in this set. And we'll bring back in our soft suede. And happy birthday. And then a piece of that designer series paper would be cute on this. And just center it. And this is 5 1/4 by 4. So there's our Dutch fold. Says, hey there, and happy birthday. And this is there's one I did earlier. It's a very similar, I think basically it's the same except the baker's twine is different. But if you guys, I would love to see what you make. Okay, I'll put monkey with the bow. And I hope you have a good week. I will be on Wednesday with something. And let me know if you want to participate in Stampin' in the Valley. It's this Thursday at 6:30. Take care.